Hello everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you all for your very good response to my first ever video. So I decided to come up with my second video, and in this video I have started everything from the very beginning of the physics book for class 11. Okay, and to all the class 11 students or the higher secondary first year students, I want to tell you that the science that you studied earlier till class 10, that science was very small and it was limited that you have studied earlier, but the science that you will study now is going to be quite fast and conceptual, and it will have very different new topics that you have not learned before. So it is going to be quite tough, but I mean not tough exactly. If you study regularly, if you concentrate on the topics, then it is not going to be that tough either. You will enjoy it actually. Okay, so today we will start with what is physics, but before that, you all know that the science has three different parts. Okay, physics, chemistry and biology, and in earlier classes it was all combined in a single book, but now they are divided and they have three different books, and those books are again have two parts, like physics have two parts, chemistry has two parts. So now it is quite broad now. Okay, so if someone asks you what is chemistry, you will say that you study about the chemical reactions, the elements, the everything that is related to the chemical part. You study about those things there. Okay, and if somebody asks about what you study in biology, you will say that you study about animals, plants. Okay, all those things about human body. Okay, but what do we study in physics then? Okay, in physics we study about what is physics actually. So in physics we study about the natural phenomena, that what happens around us all the time, from opening your eyes to closing your eyes. Everything that happens around us is studied in physics. Okay, for example, the formation of rainbow. After a rain shower, you have seen rainbow in the sky. Okay, colorful rainbow. So why does it happen? Why does it forms? How those colors are forms in pattern? Okay, we all study those things in physics. And the formation of waves, why there are waves, formation of waves in sea or ocean, why they form, and movement of body also we study, why a car moves, why human body walks, how they move. Everything we study in physics. And this phenomenon or these processes are studied using certain laws. Okay, we require some laws to study them. For example, to study the movement of a body, for example, a car is moving, how it is moving. To study that, we use Newton's law. We have Newton's law of motion. Okay, similarly for rainbow formation we have Snell's law of refraction. Likewise, we have other laws also to study various phenomena, and these laws are governed by certain equation. Okay, these laws are not simply like a statement, they have certain equation also, they have proof also. Okay, for example, for Newton's law of motion we have the equation F equal to ma. All of you knows that Snell's law of refraction we have mu equal to sin I by sin r. And there are many other equations, there are a number of equations you could ever imagine also. Okay, and these equations are represented by certain quantities. For example, for F equal to ma, this equation have quantities. F is one quantity, m is one quantity, a is another quantity. For mu equal to sin I by sin r, there are again three quantities. Mu is one quantity, I is one quantity, r is one quantity. Okay, so all in physics there are number of quantities. Okay, and these are called physical quantities, and these quantities have certain unit. Okay, for example, what is the unit of force? Newton. What is the unit of mass? Kg. Okay, if a mother asks you to bring some sugar from shop, she will tell that bring 2 kg of sugar. 2 kg. She will not say that bring 2 liter of sugar or simply 2 of sugar. Okay, she will use certain unit, kg, because it is the unit assigned to mass. Okay, so everything that we have, this chart actually, this is what we study in in physics, or this is what you will be studying in this 2-year course of your college. Okay, about the various laws, you will study about various laws, various phenomena. We will study about various phenomena and various laws related to them. The number of equation, various number of equation and quantities also. Okay, you will get to know very different quantities. Now what happens, these physical quantities are broadly defined, classified into divided into two parts: fundamental quantities and derived quantities. Now what are fundamental quantities? Fundamental quantities are those quantities which are independent. Okay, those quantities that doesn't require any other thing or any other quantity to represent them. There are basically 7 quantities: length, time, mass, temperature, current, amount of substance, luminous intensity. All these 7 quantities are independent. They doesn't require any other's help to be themselves, to represent themselves. They are independent. They can exist by themselves. Okay, but derived quantities are those which are not independent. They require the help of fundamental quantities to represent them. To represent themselves, they need the help of these 7 quantities: length, time, mass and all. Okay, for example, speed. You all know speed. The formula of speed is distance by time. So to write speed, we need length and time, distance by time. Similarly, area is length into breadth, means length. You are using length. Volume is mass by volume. So you are using mass by volume. Volume is again length into breadth into height. So in order to represent any other quantity except these 7 quantities, we need the help of fundamental quantities. Okay, so that's why they are called derived. But to write length, you don't write length as something divided by something. Length is length. It exists independently. Okay, so this is the difference between fundamental and derived quantities. So I have written given a box here, table here, differentiating the two. So fundamentals are those quantities that can be expressed in terms of themselves. They do not require any other's help. But derived quantities cannot be expressed by themselves. They need the help of these 7 quantities. Then fundamental are independent. Okay, they are not dependent, but derived are dependent on fundamental. Okay, so this is the introduction part. So we will continue with the remaining in the next classes.